A morning at the coffee shop. Every Saturday morning, David starts his day with a trip to his favorite coffee shop. It's a small, cozy cafe located in the heart of the city, only about a 10-minute walk from his apartment. David loves this coffee shop for its warm atmosphere, friendly staff, and the perfect cup of coffee they always serve him. He usually wakes up around 8 a.m. on weekends, without an alarm. After a long week of work, Saturdays are his time to relax and enjoy the slower pace of life. He gets out of bed, stretches, and makes his way to the kitchen to drink a glass of water. Then, he takes a quick shower and gets dressed in his favorite casual outfit, a comfortable pair of jeans, a t-shirt, and sneakers. It's a bit chilly outside today, so he grabs a light jacket before heading out the door. As David walks through the quiet streets, he enjoys the fresh morning air. It's early, and the city hasn't fully woken up yet. The roads are still calm, with only a few cars passing by and some people walking their dogs. He listens to the sound of birds singing and feels the cool breeze on his face. This peaceful walk is one of the reasons he loves Saturday mornings. By 9 a.m., David reaches the coffee shop. The wooden door has a small bell attached to it, which rings softly as he steps inside. The smell of freshly brewed coffee hits him immediately, along with the tempting aroma of pastries just out of the oven. The cafe is filled with soft music and the quiet sounds of people chatting or typing on their laptops. The barista, a young woman named Sarah, waves to David as he walks up to the counter. "Good morning, David," she says with a smile. "The usual today?" David smiles back. "Good morning, Sarah." "Yes, please. One large cappuccino and a slice of banana bread." Sarah nods and gets to work on his order. While she prepares it, David looks around the cafe. The place is decorated with wooden furniture, colorful cushions, and small plants on every table. There are a few customers inside, some reading books, others deep in conversation. A group of friends are sitting at a corner table, laughing and talking, while a couple near the window is quietly enjoying their coffee. After placing his order, David picks a table near the window, where he can watch the world go by. He pulls out his laptop and opens it up, ready to catch up on some freelance work. David is a graphic designer, and while he loves his job, the weekdays are often busy and stressful. That's why he appreciates these Saturday mornings when he can take his time, enjoy his coffee, and work at a slower pace. A few minutes later, Sarah arrives at his table with his cappuccino and banana bread. "Here you go, David," she says, setting down the plate and mug. "Enjoy." "Thanks, Sarah," David replies, giving her a grateful smile. He takes a moment to admire the cappuccino, which has a beautiful heart-shaped design in the foam. He takes a sip and feels the warmth of the coffee spread through his body. It's rich and smooth, just the way he likes it. The banana bread is soft and sweet, with a hint of cinnamon, a perfect pairing for the cappuccino. David spends the next hour working on a new project for a client. He's designing a logo for a local business, and the coffee shop is the ideal place for him to get creative. As he works, he occasionally glances out the window, watching people pass by on the street. Some are walking quickly, on their way to work or errands, while others stroll leisurely, enjoying their weekend. The rhythm of the city outside and the calm atmosphere inside the coffee shop blend together perfectly, helping David stay focused but relaxed. Around 10 a.m., the coffee shop starts to get a bit busier. More customers arrive, and the gentle hum of conversation grows louder. David looks up from his laptop and notices a family sitting at a nearby table. The parents are sipping their coffee while their two children happily munch on croissants. Nearby, a man with a camera is editing photos, occasionally glancing at the pictures on his screen. David pauses his work and leans back in his chair, taking a break. He takes another sip of his cappuccino, which is still warm, and enjoys the lively yet peaceful atmosphere. It's one of the reasons he loves coming here. Even though the coffee shop is small, it always feels welcoming, like a second home. The staff knows him well, and the regular customers often smile and say hello. After a few minutes of people watching, David decides to treat himself to another slice of banana bread. He stands up and heads back to the counter, where Sarah is still busy preparing drinks. "That banana bread was too good," he says with a grin. "Can I get another slice?" "Of course." Sarah replies, grabbing a fresh piece from the display.
It's our special recipe. We bake it every morning.
David returns to his table with the second slice and continues his work. By now, the coffee shop is nearly full. He can hear the soft clinking of cups, the low murmur of voices, and the occasional laughter from the customers. It's a cozy, comforting sound that makes him feel right at home. At 10:30, David finishes the last of his cappuccino and closes his laptop. He's made good progress on his project and feels accomplished. But more importantly, he's had a relaxing morning, enjoying his favorite coffee and the simple pleasures of life. Before leaving, he walks over to the counter to thank Sarah again.
Thanks for the coffee, Sarah.
It was perfect as always, David says.
You're welcome, David.
Have a great weekend, she replies cheerfully. David steps out of the coffee shop and into the bright sunlight.
The streets are busier now, with more people out and about, but he doesn't mind.
As he walks home, he feels refreshed and ready to enjoy the rest of his Saturday.
Vocabulary: cozy, comfortable and warm, making you feel relaxed and at home.
Atmosphere, the feeling or mood created by a place or situation. Pace, the speed at which something happens or is done.
Breeze, a light, gentle wind. Tempting, appealing or attractive, making you want to have or do something.
Nod, to move your head up and down slightly to show agreement or to greet someone.
Grateful, feeling thankful and appreciative.
A hint of, a small amount or a slight presence of something.
Occasionally, sometimes, but not often. Glance, to look quickly at something. Munch, to eat something, usually in a quiet and relaxed way. Grin, a broad smile.
Murmur, a low, soft sound made by people talking quietly or by something moving gently.
Pleasure, a feeling of happiness or enjoyment.